More breaking news. I just came out on breakingnews.com that there has been another tornado in Japan a short while ago. There's some building damage and power is cut in some areas, which is just terrible. Going to the article, it says this is Japan News in English, Japan in depth, global warming fueling tornadoes. It says that tornadoes are relatively uncommon in Japan, but they've hit the nation with increasing frequency amid global warming. Okay, it ripped through here, and you can see that picture of damage. And it says that they're uncommon, as I said, and they believe it's amid global warming. Tornado ripped through Sayatama, excuse me if I don't pronounce these correctly, Shiba prefectures on Monday, blowing roofs off of buildings and injuring dozens of people. The tornado was spawned by huge cumulonimbus clouds that rapidly developed in the Kanto region on Monday morning. Went through a 10-kilometer rampage affecting an area from Kagoshima to Saitama Prefecture and moving northwest to Noda, Chiba Prefecture. According to reports by local governments, those are the two prefectures. More than 600 buildings were damaged. 64 people have been reported injured as of Tuesday morning. The 458 houses and other buildings damaged, with 8 completely destroyed. In Noda, 153 buildings were damaged. And it goes on and on. I'll leave a link for you to this article. It's just terrible. I feel sorry for those people because I know we got the Fukushima thing over there, and it's starting to come into our country and across the Pacific Ocean. But the people themselves did not do Fukushima, and that's what I want everybody to remember. Those people are they're trying to survive like we are, and I feel so sorry for them because they're in the middle of probably the worst of the radiation, and so many of them will die as a result of it, or their children will not be born right, or God only knows what. But just look at that picture; it's terrible. This is September 4th, 2013, that this report was just released. It's 2:33 a.m. on September 4th. Also, going back to the live earthquake map, just since I made my last video, I had told you there had just been a 5.2 in Alaska, and since then we've had a 4.3 in Nicaragua, a 1.2 in California, 4.7, and a 5.2 in the Fiji region. So I'm not sure what's going on out here in this area of the world, but you can see right here it is, 5.2, 32 minutes ago at a depth of 454. And of course they keep slamming up here, and no more has been reported that I know of in Canada. But then we just had the 4.3 right there in Nicaragua. I can't say it, Nicaragua. And then 6.5 over here in Japan a few hours ago. So as you see, they're all over the place. It's terrible. This latest ones that happened here. I guess we could click and it'll show the exact location of the 5.2. See, it's been right back to back here with the 5.2 and then a 4.7. Okay, folks, as far as I know, there's not any more unless more shows up. Anyway, also, just a few minutes ago, it just finally broke, which I told you about a little while ago, that Russia suspends delivery of S-300 air defense missiles to Syria. He's put that on hold, but as I read you in the last article, he is talking about that if we do something, that he can supply them to someone else like Iran. So also, Turkish ambassador will return to Egypt on Wednesday. He's a diplomat. Chinese officials allegedly drowned by investigators and held them down in the bathtub as they attempted to extort a graft confession. And then now Reuters is saying 1 in 4 U.S. heart disease deaths could be prevented, CDC says. Well, this is probably true, but I'll tell you one thing, when you're like in a case where I am and you can't get food stamps, you can't get any help, and you have to eat whatever you can find the cheapest in the grocery store, you know you're hurting your body, but what can you do about it? You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in the world like that. I know there's, in our country, but they've cut things back so bad you can't get help anymore. And if you do get help, you wonder if you're going to end up in one of those FEMA camps. So I don't even try anymore to get help from the government. Just like with my house, I contacted every agency that I could find in South Carolina, and not one in Lexington County had any type of assistance because my home is 20 years old, and they do not help homes that old. Told me to go to the churches. So I started contacting churches. Sorry, we just can't help you. So there you go, everybody. But I'm not going to lose my faith. I might have heart disease. Oh well, we all got to go one way or the other, right? I'm ready to go whenever the good Lord decides to take me. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.